Mama. I don't want to get married to him.
बेटा क्या प्रॉब्लम है उस लड़के में? ऑस्ट्रेलिया में सेटल्ड है, राज करोगी राज।
I have known the couples for a long time. Ladka is educated, he is working in Melbourne. What else do you want?
But I don't know him. There's nothing common.
I didn't know your dad before we were married. We've been so happily married.
But time has changed. समय बदल गया है Mama.
अरे बहुत हो गया. Don't talk to your parents like this, okay? We know what is good for you. मैंने बोला था do not give her so much freedom. हाथ से निकल जाएगी. देखा क्या हुआ अभी? Just make sure she is ready by 5 p.m. tonight. My reputation is at stake. I don't want any issues, okay? Just make sure she's ready by 5.
Raj beta? Yes. We are meeting Mr. and Mrs. Khanna today at 4:30.
Why?
We are selecting a girl for you.
Mrs. Khanna's daughter? Are you kidding me? I don't even know her.
Well,
What is there to know, beta? Look at your papa and myself. 25 years.
We have been married so happily.
How happy we are.
And no problems at all.
You'll also fall in love. All good. It's okay.
But I don't want to do it like that. I want to meet a girl and fall in love. I want to be my own man.
अरे मिला तो रहे. We are going to meet the girl, na? It's okay.
Raj, I don't care. I want you to be ready by 4:30 today, and we are going to the house by 5 o'clock. जाके अपना लाडला बेटा को बताओ. I don't care.
Here we go. जाओ जाओ.
Kids. Ding dong.
अरे नमस्ते. कमल साहब कैसे हो? भाभी जी नमस्ते नमस्ते. How are you?
कैसे हो राज बेटा?
How are you? बस good.
नमस्ते जी, कैसे हो?
Hello Raj, how are you? When did you come from Melbourne?
A couple of days ago.
Okay, nice. घर ढूंढने में कोई तकलीफ तो नहीं हुई आप लोगों को?
Mr. Khanna is very prominent.
भगवान की
And
कृपा है
everybody knows
बस.
your name. They say, oh, Mr. Khanna. He's a very popular man.
That's so kind.
क्या घर बनाया बहन जी, बिल्कुल महल से कम नहीं.
That is
ये
so
एकदम
kind.
सही है.
सब भगवान की
Please
दया है.
बैठिए आप.
बैठ.
हाँ जी हाँ जी.
जरा चाय लेके आओगे और बेटी को भी लेकर आओ. और बताओ राज बेटा, हाउ इज योर जॉब इन मेलबर्न?
अरे भाई साहब, आजकल पता है ना जॉब मार्केट कितनी टफ है.
I understand.
बहुत टफ जॉब है. बट जैसे ही मेलबर्न से आया बोलता है आपके घर पे आना है और पूजा से मिलना है, तो हम ले आए इसको.
Nice.
Just came 2 days ago, and इसलिए इतना जल्दी है.
He looks a bit jet lagged as well.
हाँ थोड़ा थका हुआ है बेचारा. नहीं पूजा को देखेंगे तो ठीक हो जाएगा.
अरे सुन रहे हो?
ये
पूजा
हमारी बेटी पूजा.
कितनी प्यारी, कितनी सुंदर. चाय
बेटा चाय लो.
Thank you. Thank you.
राज करो.
Good.
राज चाय लो.
Come on, it's okay.
That's okay. Would you like to have something?
Very shy, huh? Your boy, yeah?
Isha, Isha.
आपको पता है ना आजकल कैसे होते हैं बच्चे.
Thank you, बेटा. Thank you. I know they make such a good couple. अभी जरा arrangement की बात कर ले.
हाँ जी.
What else?
मैंने अपनी बेटी के लिए $100,000 की फिक्स डिपॉजिट रेडी रखी हुई है. राज भी हमारा बेटा है. हम चाहते हैं कि वो पैसे शादी के बाद वो लोग यूज करें.
एंड शादी के अरेंजमेंट्स की बिल्कुल भी कोई भी दिक्कत नहीं होगी. टिकट, वीजा फीस सब हम ध्यान रखेंगे. पूजा हमारी बेटी है, अब राज आपका हमारा बेटा बनेगा.
अरे भाई
Transportation, I think.
We'll take care of everything.
100,000 में आजकल क्या आता है बहन जी. आप मेलबर्न जाके देखिए, $500,000 से कोई घर कम नहीं है. आपकी बेटी ना राज के साथ राज करेगी वहाँ.
भाभी जी मैंने क्या बोला अभी. राज हमारा भी बेटा है. आप किसी भी चीज की चिंता मत कीजिए. जो भी आपकी मांग है सब पूरी हो जाएगी.
So, ठीक है. What are we waiting for then?
All you have to do is get ready, get the boy to the mandap and that's it.
तैयार है बस. हाँ?
तो रिश्ता पक्का समझे?
बिल्कुल जी.
अरे चलो चले तो मिलना पड़ेगा. मुबारक हो. समधी जी congratulations. भाभी जी नमस्ते.
लो राज बेटा.
आज जो बताया बोलो बेटा.
शर्माओ ना बच्चे.
Raj beta.
चलो तो फिर शादी के दिन पक्का मिलते हैं.
हाँ जी. Right.
चलो बाय राज बेटा.
And there is no such arranged marriage in India today. It's a total false.
India has changed.
The thing is this, they are talking about cities, but if you go to villages, 90% is like this only. Perhaps you are not aware because you never been to villages.
That's exactly I want to say against what Shavadi said. Still, majority of Indian marriages are like this. Hidden sort of a pack or how much you will give for my daughter. It's not open that much as used to be many years ago, but indirectly still dowry is there.
So the parents' expectations are being fulfilled.
That's right. That's
Young lady at the back.
Yeah, from this video, like, I'm really sad that how it's a video about dominating parents, and what made me more unhappy is that the mother, she should have taken stand for their daughter, and the boy's mother should have taken stand for her son. But both the mothers are not playing their part, and because their male is very dominant, and it's like a father-controlled family on both sides, and the both boy and the girl, they have to live together for a lifetime, and it's their choice to make decisions, to have a right partner, because marriage is about compassion, love, and compromise, and there are so many things to explain in that.
What I see here is so much of conditioning from the society that girls' parents themselves are saying that we'll pay for the visa, we'll pay for the wedding, we'll do everything, you don't have to worry. Boys' parents didn't even ask for it. From the very beginning, they are only talking about it, that we'll do everything for the wedding, for the girl, everything.
Yeah. So where is that coming from?
That's the society conditioning that
This
they
is the
have got.
societal pressure.
Pressure.
And what is the societal pressure? Can you identify it a bit more?
That you have to take care of your child, of your girl child, even after marriage. You have to pay for her needs.
Also demonstrates what maybe women are expected to bring to the marriage. When they discuss the man, they're discussing his job, how good a job it is, that he's living in Melbourne. Whereas the woman's family, all they can offer is the dowry, and that's all that's discussed. We don't get any idea of what background she has, whether she's educated.
The more you educate the girl child, it does help improve the entire scenario, but at the end it's about the society. Like, you do not see this stuff with rich people. They with people with high status and stuff. It's less among them. It's more among the people who are.
No, I think because in terms of, it's like the comment that it's not in the rich class, I think they would look for a girl who is of the equal status and class, so that they know what their level or their status is within the society, and their needs. And dowry might not be in terms of giving refrigerators or televisions. It could be maybe sponsoring their tickets. It could be maybe like sponsoring some foreign trips, or buying property, like wherein the women said 100,000 mein kya hota hai.
First impression by seeing this video, I was just very confused that parents are still expecting their children to get married like whatever they had before 20 years. So this is not the practical scenario, because we are changing. We changed our outfits, we changed everything, but we didn't change our mindset, and this is the big issue over here. And this is the reason that we are still talking about dowry issues and domestic violence.
In that particular situation that we are talking about, even the moms want to, speak or take stand for their son or daughter, like on their behalf. Like, it's not possible for them at that stage, because like it's a patriarchy, and then the father has already decided, okay, you deal with it and you do it. So she would not be able to like take stand even if she wants one thing. Another thing is that I can just imagine their lives, like once they get married. The boy who is from Melbourne, he has his support network, he has his family, his friends and everything. And I think of the girl, like she didn't want to get married. Another thing is she would completely be isolated once she comes in here. So that is another matter.
So the expectation is that they will get something from her.
The expectation doesn't mean that you have to say something.
Right.
The fact is that when they entered, they came with their big expectation bag to be filled.
Right.
They didn't have to even speak.
Yes.
And when they actually spoke, when they actually gave a figure,
yeah,
they made it 4 times. and they said, at least that much. So I think much of the communication that happens during arranged marriages is very much taken for granted, that this is going to happen, that, for the marriage party on the marriage day, it would be the female side who would be paying. They would be doing all the things from honeymoon to, even, looking after the childbirth of the first child. So it's there, and the expectations never end.
What's the male privilege here?
So I want, it's my prestige, my reputation is on stake. So it doesn't matter your life. So I'm the male member, I'm the earning member, I'm your father.
Right.
So it's my prestige is on stake, so you have to marry.
Yes.
That's the male privilege as a father, the earning member, the breadwinner of the families.
Yes. Yes.
And then the same second male privilege is he's a boy, expectation that he should have the dowry.
Yep. So that's a male privilege.
Of course, there is other privileges, not with the male. Other privileges that he is settled in America, in Melbourne.
Yeah.
So that is a selling point.
Yes.
That is the selling point,
Yes.
and which is happening practically in many families here in Australia when they go back to their country.
Yeah.
Particularly in the one particular region in Punjab I'm talking about, there's a lot of expectations from those who are from Melbourne. They go back, or Australia, they go back. My boy might be doing nothing over here, but the expectation back home is lot and getting dowry, bringing that money over here to settle, buy something for themselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
Basically, social status is gauged by this.
Yeah. Correct. That's right. The social
And I
status.
think he's right. I mean, and the girls' parents are also thinking in the same way. Okay, my daughter will be married to this particular man, who is a boy who's living in Australia. So my social status will also go up.
Right.
You'll be settled. You're happy. Parents from the girl's family are quite happy. The father, as you said, as a dad, he'll be happy to see his daughter settled. And he'll be saying, okay, whatever it is, I'm happy to, whether they do have money, they don't have money, they're happy to organize it. Have you got the tickets ready? Have you got that one done? Have you make sure that the girl's family, the boy's family are looked after? They're coming from overseas.
And so the unconscious bias once again comes to the fore. As soon as you hear young man in Australia, what do you think? What are the thoughts that come to your mind straight away? Can anyone give some words?
That you might have a nice house, nice car, bank balance, and
money,
good job.
Good looking.
Yeah, handsome.
Yeah, so all of that, and that is what we need to avert them. We need to speak about them so that those stereotypes can be challenged.
So can I say,
That's a
give some
question.
examples around this here. If you're going to wait for men to change, you're going to wait for
Forever.
decades, okay? Cultural change doesn't happen very easily, especially the person who holds the power. They don't like giving away power, right? So, I think that you would have heard about that woman, South African American woman in a bus who refused to give her seat.
Yes.
And that was a change, isn't it? I think it is about,
Dorothy Parks.
it is about, we want men to change, but it's also about empowering women to be able to ask the question, to raise it, to say, no, I'm not going to go around with this one. And especially in this day and age with social media and whatnot, support systems around, I think it's an important question to ask.
It's a joint effort, but they're not coming at it at the same level.
They're not.
There's male privilege that exists, so the men always
it's not a
will
level
have-
playing field.
No, it's not level.
And so you do have to give some affirmative action for the one who's disadvantaged here.
If a man makes a decision that he's going to give equal rights to the daughter and a son, there are chances that the mother will follow.
The question is, if the men do give up some power, I mean, do they lose? What do they lose if they give up power?
I mean, in my view, financial independence for women, that's pretty much what is going to make them confident and come out of this situation. Most of the women don't talk at the mother's level because most of them are still housewives and they're fairly dependent on everything on the husband for financially to support themselves. That's the majority of the cases. But where we see the difference is when the woman starts working and she starts becoming financially independent, you can see the men change. You can see them respecting the woman now.
Yeah.
And that's where the sharing of power comes automatically.
Quick, short one, please. Yeah.
I think the problem is not the men. The problem is the power who enjoying, whether it's a man or a woman. For example, if a man wants to be equal, give equal rights to a wife, the problem is then the mother-in-law. She don't want to distribute the power, and she will tell the son, "What are you doing? You have to keep the control." Or a sister-in-law, she say, "Oh, you're not controlling your wife." So I think it's a power. It's not the men. So we have to educate men as well as women together.
Give the last word to lady, please.
Add something on that. It's not about giving up power. I think it's about sharing and being open to the conversation. Like giving respect to your wife or woman and in your family.
I think we've all heard of instances, not maybe personally in things, where perhaps a family has married a woman for the dowry only, not the woman. And you end up having, things like violence or even murder of the woman. And I think if you have even just one case of that, then that's enough to say, dowry should not be an acceptable term. The whole marriage is it's a bit like an auction. It's got nothing to do with the girl, it's got to do with the dowry, and once you get to a point, then we'll be happy. And the girl's expectation is to provide the dowry, or the father.
Yes.
Not at all is again the girl discussed.
Because it is on the back of their mind, they have this privilege, we can ask for money.
That's a privilege.
That's a problem.
Dowry is never going to change, never going to end this way. Because if as a daughter's father, I'm ready to give dowry, the people at the receiving end will never say. It's a human nature. As a receiving end, you will never say no to anything. Even that thing is not useful to you, to your house. You will never say no. But at the giving end,
you can say no.
You can say no, but the human nature of is a very, very difficult to say no.
He's saying that you can't say no because there is societal pressure, and you have to be seen as having the upper hand as the
so it maintains your power.
Yes.
Yes, Mashi.
I think first we have to accept male privilege exists. Then we have to work on breaking it down. So going forward, parents have to teach their sons to say no to dowry, to say no to male privilege, to say no to gender inequality. Not just the girls. The power lies with the men at the moment. So parents of sons need to work on their sons to say, hey, you're not better than other women. Treat each other respectfully as human beings and forget this gender business. It doesn't come into play when you're in a relationship.
Yeah. So basically, it really have to start from the time they're really, really young, or even before even they're born, with the mothers and the fathers.
Actually, one point that this lady just put up was like the parents need to educate their sons about this. But in this society, is it the son who's asking for the dowry or the parents?
The son has the power to say no. He is an educated boy.
Yes.
Presumably, he's an educated boy. It should have been him and getting upset.
Yes.
Dad, I am not a business proposition. It's
you're
not
not
a this is a business proposition. You are buying me. You're putting a value on me. It is humiliating for the boy as well.
And then tomorrow he'll be the father too. So it's a beginning from one end we have to do and one spot.
Yeah. It's the first no. If the boy says no, I will meet the girl. I will see what's happening. He may not like the girl. It is a business proposition. This is not a marriage.
The girls are conditioned as well to expect dowry or gifts.
Yeah.
So that needs to change as well.
So the whole of the emotional, financial emphasis is on that one day, the marriage.
Absolutely.
And then after that?
After that is
in fact, not on a wedding, not unfortunately.
It's on the wedding.
It's on a emphasis is on a wedding,
on the wedding,
or
not on the marriage afterwards.
But it's unfortunate, not only arranged marriages, but love marriages that are later arranged. They all go through the same thing.
Yes.
The girl is expected to bring gifts. Nobody says dowry, it's a bad word.
Yes.
Gifts. And it keeps happening. Every religious function, every festival, childbirth, the girl is supposed to bring in. And that's how she gains more privilege in the society and the family.
True.
And her standing improves, you know. Otherwise, the mother-in-law says, oh, she's not bringing anything. Why did I not get something on this occasion, you know?
In my mind, it's very clear what is a gift and what is a dowry. A gift is something that you give without pressure, that you give within your own means, that you give happily for the well-being of your child or your friend. A dowry is something that is expected because of the societal norms or from the expectations of a groom side to, you know, increase their financial standing.
They practice it under the cover of gift. That's what Pooja was trying to implicate. That nobody uses the word dowry because they know by law they can't do that.
From the day my girl child comes in the house, we start collecting everything, but with affection, with the intention, a good intention. My daughter should feel very happy. She should settle down. But dowry comes when there is a pressure. But never say, "Okay, girl child is a burden."